سلام، چطورین؟ امیدوارم حالتون خوب باشه. رسیدیم به قسمت 13 از واکتروی بازی فانتزی 16. تو قسمت قبل دیدیم که چه اتفاقات واسه سرزمین کریستال دامینیون افتاد. قدرت بهامت رو گرفتیم. آلتیما آسمون رو به یه رنگ دیگه در آورد. ظاهرا هدفش هنوز مشخص نیست و توی این قسمت قرار بفهمیم کاری که آلتیما کرده چه پیامدایی داره. بدون هیچ صحبت اضافه‌ای بریم ببینیم که چه خبره. بالاخره کلای و جاشوآ به هم رسیدن.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Tyre says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least.
زارا از بس اونجا انرژیش به فنا رفته بوده، خواب همینجوری.
Circled in stone.
اون مهر و موم آلتیما هم پیدا کردن سینه جاشوآ.
For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
کم کم فکر کنم آخر بازی باشه. Things fall apart. اینم قدرت بهامت. What؟ اون ابیلیتی که رو دایرهش سته یه حالت پرواز کردن داره و شارژیه، ولش کنی یه اتک این مدلی میده. خوراکی جاگل کمبوه، یعنی سمت چپ دایره که بگیری یه نوار انرژی تور پر میشه.
Tyre won't be happy if I disturb Jashua while he rests.
خب میاد. آها وایسا اون قدرت ویژه‌ش هم نگاه کنیم. اون مهارت خفنش. اوه اوکی، نیستم اینو راستش نسبت به چیزایی که این ستای دیگه دارم. و اینکه همچنان رامو رو بیشتر هستم. این که باید باشه. این ضربه شارژیاش خیلی کمکم میکنه. حالا بذار یکم جای رامو بیاریمش ببینیم چطوریه. ظاهراً بهامت واسه دمیج دادن خیلی خوبه تا استگیر کردن. همون مهارت دایرش. خب این چی کار میکنه؟ او آتیشه. هولی شت. فلیر برث، این نفس آتیشیه. اوکی. بعد بقیه ابیلیتیات چیه؟ این یکی اتک یعنی از ماجیکت که استفاده میکنی اون گویی هم که پیش سامن میشه اتک میده، حتی با شمشیران که بزنه اون یه اتک میده. نایس. خب 2000 تا داریم. من بشه 4250 اینو بخرم راستش. ببینم تموم میشه یا نه بالاخره. گیر جدیدم که نداریم. بریم.
I might as well see what Otto has to say.
بریم با اوتو صحبت کنیم.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
هیولا میوله جدیدم داریم.
You making them skies then?
Ill omen is what? We should call back the scouts. All of them.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling.
الان فکر کنم فقط کریستال سرزمین ولود مونده باشه.
He's with your uncle.
جایی که اودین هستش.
Helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
از اوتو پرسید به نظرت الان چی کار کنیم؟ یعنی هدف بعدمون چی باشه؟ اوتو گفت من آدمی نیستم که این چیزها رو بخوام به پیشنهاد بدم. بهتر بری سراغ ویوین و اون هارپوکریتس، اون پیرمرده که دست نوشته و اینا داره. عقل کلمونه یه جوره. تو چی داری؟ چیزی اضاف شده به تو؟
How may I help you today, Clive?
یه 850 که 825 دارم. خب نزدیکم بهش. نزدم چی میده بهمون.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
بریم اول پیش ویوین.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
گند زدیم به امپراتوری.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Walisteia.
کریستال اول، کریستال
Oh,
دوم،
the lands around the fallen
کریستال
mother crystals
سوم
had
و
already
کریستال
begun to
چهارم.
wilt for
یه
once
کریستال
of
دیگه
ether,
مونده ایگس
but not like this.
که اونم سمت راست
Crystals that
تصویره.
filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning akashic in droves.
به لایت هم همین جوری داره پخش میشه تو سطح
With
سرزمین.
magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting.
جالبه که سرزمین ولود تنها سرزمینی که تو سمت راست ولیستیاست که میشه قاره استورم. البته اون دامینین دی کریستال دامینین دقیقا وسطشون همون تو این سایت.
But pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the king of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
ساخت و ساز جدیدم داریم. برم با هارپوکریتیس صحبت کنم، بعدش میام ببینم چیزی میتونیم بسازیم که درخور باشه یا نه. چون این شمشیری که ساختم بعید بدونم قوی ترش رو حداقل الان بگیریم.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I.
اومدی پیشم که بپرسی چرا آسمون این
And on
شکلی
the
شده.
sixth day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible.
دقیقا آسمون هم با خاطر آلتیماست. آلتیما اون حرکت رو زد آخر اپیزود قبل، رنگ آسمون عوض شد.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
اول اینکه ببینیم کارون چیزی داره واسه فروش که جدید باشه حداقل.
Still alive, are you? Go on then.
معلومه که هنوز زندم. نه خیر. چرا موزیک جدید آورده؟ بیا.
It'd better all be here.
پوشنامم که لاس الکسیر. اوکی. اگه بمیری حکم فینیکس داون نسخه قبلی رو داره. اگه بمیری درجا زنده میشی. یه دونم میتونم یوز کنم کلا، یعنی جای یه دونه داره. تموم شد دوباره بعد باید بیای بخری.
Finished, are you?
20,000 تا پولشه، چه خبره؟
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be?
2 تا همش قوی تره؟ نه واسه 2 تا نه جدی. همین اکسکالیبور خودمو بیشتر ترجیح میدم. اینجا چیزی به درد بخوری نداره. چیزی هم که قاعدتا نمیتونم روی این فورس کنم. برگردیم پیش اوتو. جیلم اومده.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashier at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up.
ظاهرا 3 تا مشکل دارن. یکی سمت این مارتازه. یکی هم دالیمیل.
When it rains.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
دو تا منطقهش تو دیلماس. نه یکیش مارتارسته، یکیش نورثریچه، اونجایی که میخواد به اون کسله. یکی هم دالیمیله. اوکی نورثریچ آره اینه. اینم که مارتاز رسته. اینم دالیمیله. میام اولین پایین.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Daliمیl has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
ظاهرا یه سری راهزن
Because it's a big place.
بهشون حمله کردن و غذا و
But the fact is,
همه چیزاشونو
I have
بردن.
more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
بریم باشون صحبت کنیم. 45 تا پوینت رینون میده.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
شما به اون پول غذا و این چیزا بخرید، ما میریم بندیتا رو کتلت کنیم.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Daliمیل is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Loobo told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Loobo's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire
قشنگ تو همه سرزمینا داره هرج و مرج میشه.
We're still working on the skies.
این آسمون هم که حالت داره میره رو به تاریکی، همه افتادن به وحشت.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
بریم همشون رو تیکه پاره کنیم. این چیزیه که من پیشنهاد میدم.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
ما چی کار کنیم؟ حمالی مار بده.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
بریم به کانراد و ناتالی کمک کنیم تو صحبتشون. کانراد و بخشیم بریم با لوبو صحبت کنیم. رفته با کانراد و ناتالی صحبت کنن. همونطوری که چیز شد که اون دوستمون قرار بود بره با پسر صحبت کنه، اونی که میگفت بریم پولو بدیم مرسنری استخدام کنیم که میشه ایشون، و یعنی کمکش کنیم که سر عقل بیاد و بیاد ساید ما، و یه سمت هم بریم پیش لوبو که رفت با اون زنه صحبت کنه که میگفت همین پولمون رو بدیم غذا و این چیزا بخریم.
Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not.
اوکی بده دیگه.
Bastards who they're dealing with.
آفرین.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
خب این از اولش.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Daliمیل is not.
بریم حالا لوبو که داره با ناتالی صحبت.
If I had my pickaxe, I would. I mean, it may still be possible to buy some.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill, at your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but
اینورم کلاو یعنی مثلا کله گنده یه گروه یه فروشگاهه، یه سری مرچنت در واقع فروشنده که میتونه مشکل غذای این مارکت اینجا رو راحت رفع کنه.
Wine driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
اینم از این. برگردیم به اون غرفه لوبو. ببینیم نقش نهایی چیه.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Daliمیل as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer thin defenses.
کل بندیتا قراره بیان به دالیمیل حمله کنن تو 2 تا گروه، از شمال و از جنوب. کل تاون رو میخوان مال خودشون کنن.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes I concede are high. But if this does not unite Daliمیl, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
وظیفه محافظت از دروازه شمالی با ما محدودش اینقدره. بیاین بیا اینجا. برشو برشو زود باش. تازه لوله بیشتر از یکم داره. آها چقدر تایم زیاده. خوشم اومد ازش. بیا اینجا ماجیک نزن ببینم. چرا اون یکی از خونش کم نشه؟ اوه اوکی. بیا اینجا اینو بگیر. اینا پشتبندش. اینجا ببینم. برو خونه‌تون. بهامتین اتکش که حالت نفس آتشی هست و ظاهرا فقط تو فایت شلوغ میتونم بزنم، یعنی واسه میری باس و باس فایت نمیشه زده، چون اگه بخوان یه حرکتی چیزی بزنن نمیتونی داش بدی، ولی واسه انمی معمولی یه جوره داره اینتراپتشون میکنه. جوابه یه جوره مثل ایگنیشن میمونه، همینجا نمیتونه بزنیش. دست بدید با هم.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Daliمیل.
We all saved Daliمیل.
به خوبی خوشی تموم شد ظاهرا این بر. دو تا محیط دیگه هنو مونده، یکی مارتا، مسافرخونه مارتا، یکم نورث.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm down, Victor. Why quibble over?
حالا اگه اجازه بدی بریم.
We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Level up. Yes. level 38. بریم مارتا. این بدبختا هم یه روز خوش ندارن. اون از سری قبل که بلک شیلدا حمله کردن، اینم از الان.
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell
همش هم به خاطر
first visit. There were hundreds of them.
آسمونه.
To storm the hill.
یه جوره حیوونا هم انگار مثلا هیولایی که تو جهان بازی هستن هم یه جوره وحشی شده باشن، همچین چیزی.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be
بخش فالن گیت شدیدترین فایتی که الان، شدیدترین مبارزه و چیزی که الان اینجا دارن تو اون منطقه است. بریم کمکشون. بریم تو فالن گیت. چه خبره؟ کجا میشه؟ این بخش. اونجا ظاهرا بزن شدیده. شاید حصار کشی هم کردن، پیشروی نکنن.
Clive, wounded.
اومدنش. یا علی.
We deal with the Akashic first.
بیان اینجا ببینم. بیان پیش عمو. بیان تو بغل عمو. بسوزید. یه ویو کامل رو رفتم. مابقی اینم از تو. بسوز حقیر. سی و شیش تمش.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Oh, اینا از طرف سرویدن.
But how did you come to be here?
معلوماً به مارتا کمک کنه.
So Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
بریم ببینیم سروید کجا رفته. رفته و سراغ آکشیک نقطه اصلیشون، ببین از کجا اومدن.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Mother! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn
Oh.
it all.
دوباره آکشیکا حمله کرد.
Don't worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
پایینه؟ آره.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
همین الان یه هواپیما یادش اومده از رو سر خونه ما رد شه. اگه احیانا صدای هواپیما شنیدید بدونید به این دلیله. وگرنه فاینال فانتزی هواپیما نداره. Surveyed.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
بیا اینجا ببینم. پر شو. For God's sake پر شو. میخوام یکم پر کنم ببینم چه اتفاق میفته. بگی همون یکشو بزنه فکر کنم سنگین تر نمیم چون فرق خاصی نکرد. البته محیط خلوت بود ولی خب اینو باید ضرب سنگین بزنیم. از این خبران نیست. اینجا ببینم بشکن کار دارم. آها نیو انمیز چی میگه؟ این ور ببینم. برشو. واسه واقعا جای شروع خوبه اون. حرفم پس میگیرم. کار اضافه نکن ببینم. بشکن خواهش میکنم. آخ الان همین الان باید میچرخیدی نه؟ اشکن نایس. به نظر میرسه کارمون با این ورم تموم شده باشه. اگه انمی از یه جای دیگه ظاهر نشه.
Is anyone hurt?
نه همه خوبیم.
I don't think so.
And yet again you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
مارتا اومد.
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
خب یه موج دیگه از سمت ایستپول داره میاد این ور.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
ببینیم ایستپول چه خبره. البته که مثلا بگم از خود ایستپول بیایم فایده نداره. از اینجا راهمون کوتاه‌تره تا سمت ایستپول. گابلینا الان بیاین. یه پوشن بزنم بد نیست. شایدم دوتا چوکوبا آخه بیان اینجا ببینم. بیان. دیگه تموم؟ نه. بله اهریمن اومد.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
ریدم. حواسم نبود رو به هامتم. بگیر اینا. حالا اینو بگیر. نزن دهن سرویس. بیا اینجا ببینم. تمومه آره. اینم از اهریمن. دیگه
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
بگاهی. فقط بگاهی پیدا کرده.
Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of...
دقیقا سریعتر باید این مشکلی که آلتیما به وجود آورده رو حل کنیم وگرنه همینجوری حیوونا بیشتر حمله میکنن. هیولاها.
And is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the
سروید و مارتا به هم میان به نظرم. به نظرم قشنگ به هم میان.
Of course they can stay.
او یکی از اون مموریایی که توی استراتگاه کلایف میاد اون تابلوه یه مموری جدید گرفت. گفت یکی از که دوست دارم ببینیش.
Over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
اوه این برادرزاده لورد کاماندر است. اون لورد کاماندر بابای کلایف.
If it please you, my lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
اینم از اینجا. بریم آخرین منطقه.
First we find Isabel.
ایزابل باید تو این قلعه باشه احیانا. آره قلعه که نه، تو این شهر یه جورایی. اینجا هم به فنا رفت. نه که ایزابل گم شده.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
هایلا به اینجا هم حمله کردن.
Ultima's thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
امیدوارم بلای سر ایزابل نیاد.
We could leave. But where would... The two soldiers were carrying...
خب نه، سعی و سالمه فعلا.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
عجب آدم ترسویی هستی. حس سرت مبارزی.
Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I
I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly, and sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures
جیل حسودی شد عجب.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures?
قراره یه سری اطلاعات بگیریم از اینکه اون حیوانی که بهشون حمله کرده که شبیه آکاشیکه ولی نیست چیه. شاید مشخصاتی که بدن کمک کنه
Do you
بهمون.
remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Don't leave me, Paul.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head
قرص
for more.
میخوام بریم. چقدر دوره؟ یا خدا.
You're safe now.
سوار چوکوبو زیبامون بشیم و بریم.
It was all they could do to escape.
بیا اینجا ببینم. بیا.
Come on.
برو بریم امبروسیا. می‌بینی یه حاله آبی رنگ اومده به خاطر آلتیما و این بلایی که سر آسمون آورد. و یه جوری اینا همش ایتره. سر همین هیولا رم کردن قدرتشون بیشتر شده حمله کردن به جاهای دیگه.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
بیاین اینجا ببینم. بسوزید.
Should I try?
Save your strength.
بیاد یه مگا فلیر بزنم حال کنید. بریم ماشین سواری. چه خبرتونه؟ آها. خب شما رو که بچه ها میزنن تو بیا اینجا. بچه جون جای این یکی باید اون ابیلیتی چیزه رو بگیرم اگه قراره بذارمش. اون یکی که یه گویی میاد با اتک خودم هم اتک میده. اون خیلی بهتر از این یکی الان هست واسه به حامد. بشکن ببینم. بگیر بگیر اینو ببینم. بشکن. برو به سلامت. تازه شد 3000 تا. الان نزدیکی 2000 تا دیگه میخوایم.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
مرسی که خودتون برگشتین در جا.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Oh.
Handsome and chivalrous.
مبارکه.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
قربان شما. وظیفمون بود. 3400.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go.
برگردیم با اوتو صحبت کنیم. قبل از اینکه با اوتو صحبت کنیم فکر کنم پیش این رینمونه هم بتونیم بریم پوینتمون رو خرج کنیم. آره یه دقیقه وایسا اوتو.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
آها ما بقیشو باز کرد. باید 850 تا میگرفتم تا ما بقیه اینا باز شه. 1500 تا ابیلیتی پوینت. نایس نایس. خب درجا دیگه خریدیم اون آپگرید رو. اگه 1300 تا هم برسیم یه تلیسمن میده. تلیسمن آف پرایمینگ. 1550 تا هم باید جمع کنیم تا ما بقیه لیست باز شه.
Here you are. All done?
خب آپشن رو میزنیم میایم تو ابیلیتی و این عزیز دل رو میخریم. عجبی تموم شدی. خب حالا دیگه جمع کنیم پوینت ها رو ببینیم 3 تا بیلد نهایی چی میشه واسه اون دوتای دیگه خرج کنیم. چون که فینیکس من فقط دارم از این داجش استفاده میکنم و اینم مستر هست. این 3 تا به کارم نمیاد. این ور ایفریت هم اون ایگنیشن اینا رو کامل دارم. فلیم آف ریورس هم که الان گرفتیم. فعلا پوینت سیو کنیم.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
اوه جاشوآ به هوش اومده. یعنی به هوش که نه بیدار شده در واقع از خواب عمیقی که رفته بود.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Jashua, what do you know of Ultima?
نشون بده سینات.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power.
احتمال بخاطر قدرت اینشه که میتونه قدرت همه آیکانا رو بگیره. واسه همین بهش میگم میتوس، یه شخص برگزیده.
8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Jashua.
Clive, it's Gav.
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
آکاشیکا به گیت کنورم حمله کردن. فکر کنم باید بریم اونجا.
Well, what's the short of it?
گو یعنی این خبر رو رسونده
I
بهشون.
told you. The capital of the free cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now.
دقیقا کانوار جاییه که عمو
Midship.
کلایو و مید دختر سید، همون بانوی مطلعی
Otto, prepare a stolus. Tell Gav to stay
اونجا
exactly
هستن.
where he is.
پرسید حالشون خوبه؟ گفت فعلا آره.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the free cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the
باید بریم
least
فری
trouble.
سیتیز.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Jashua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became.
بگو که تو مبارزات هم پیشمونی، خواهش میکنم.
We travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
به به.
I'll look after him.
کوست فریه جدیدم اومدم. برویم. Cloak and Dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Faster!
برو بریم. بچه ها همه سوار چوکوبو.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Jashua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
همیشه وقت واسه جنگیدن هست. فعلا بریم برسیم به مقصد.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
اینو بده من. بریم. خب یه تیکه اینجا رو نرفتیم. این که مال اینجاست. هیچ تیکه هم اینور نرفت. فکر کنم به هم بچسبن. اگه بچسبن خیلی خوب میشه. یه جاش هم که دویدیم اومدیم. احتمالا اینورم به اینجا شاید راه پیدا کنه در ادامه. جاهایی که از نقشه یه تیکه از سرزمین بسته است مثلا اینجوری به هم وصل میشن. مثل ایستپول و مارتاز رست و اینا. این دوتا هم قبلا بسته بود. نمیذاش از این ور بری تو اون ور تا خود لوکیشن رو باز کنی کامل. آها بیا. متن موزیک داری یا نه؟ 20 تاس بگیر. بریم. من کار جاشوآست.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Jashua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Jashua. The Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Altema, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them?
منطقیه چون که سرزمین والود همون یا همون کینگشون کینگ بارناباس چیز دیگه یه جوره پاپت آلتیماس متاسفانه یا خوشبختانه.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you?
What? Oh.
Distinguished members of the council. You must forgive
Barnabas
His
اومد.
Majesty this intrusion.
What did you... What is the
فایت با
meaning
این
of
یه
this?
جورایی دست راست بارناباس هم باید جالب بشه.
Crowded, but I
همین
fear
پسره.
it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
اینکه فکر میکنی با این سربازاتون میتونین اینو بگیرید جالبه. غیر سرش دامیننت اودینه. همه رو زد.
Pathetic creatures.
اون کسایی که دور میز نشسته بودن حالت کنسولگری مانند داشتن
You should imagine
اونا رو هم
yourselves
کتلت
worthy
کرد.
of
باورم
salvation.
نمیشه.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
از دختر منظورش لیدی
See
یوتاس؟
that he is made welcome.
Yes, your majesty.
احتمالا. آخ آخ قدرت اودینو میخوام.
Mythos.
میام پارت میکنم. شک نکن. خیلی دوست دارم ببینم دیزاین فایت با اودین چطوریه، چون اودین یه جوره همش تو حواس بچه. به حامد که خیلی خفن بود فایتش.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know,
جاشوآ فهمیده والود تحت کنترل آلتیما.
I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
دوباره همون مارکه است.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here.
ترکیب افرید و فینیکس.
It is old, ancient even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate.
میتونم چیز باشه.
He is a god, or at least godlike.
اشاره به کلایو داشته باشه، اما میتوس با قدرت همه آیکانات تو رو فرم پرایمش
Others have rejected it.
اون فرم ته تهش که داره به وجود میاد، چون اونجا که فینیکس و ایفریت ترکیب شدن یه کمی نمادی که الان رو دیوار هست شکل گرفت.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Oh. How cute. به نظر نمیرسه جاشوآ تا ته بازی بخواد زنده بمونه. هم اون هم جیل. این دوتا خیلی مشکوکن، یکیشون یا شاید جفتشون به نظرم پتانسیل یه مرگ دراماتیکو دارم.
Let's find our friends.
کوست کامل شد. مرسی که تماشا کردین. اینم از قسمت 13. دیریفت کنترلر من واقعا داره اذیت میکنه دیگه. سر فرصت باید برم درستش کنم. ممنون که این قسمت هم تماشا کردین. امیدوارم خوشتون اومده باشه. ممنون بابت همه انرژی که همیشه میدید به من. تا یه ویدیو دیگه، بدرود.